All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well, and salutation and much love. You Akim out there pushing the word and truth and sincerity. And this is the brothers from Great Millstone Tampa Church. This is the brother Ash.
Kwam.
Lord's will, this is an edifying lesson. We're just going to go through the spirit. But as you see on the screen, this is from a Netflix series called Containment, and this is just something I caught, and I had to take a screenshot of it. It says the dude holding the sign says, "Behold, the day of the Lord cometh," and this was in the episode, and it was in the midst of pestilence. So nonetheless, we're just gonna go into that actual phrase, and we typed it into the app, the Bible app, and we're just gonna get some of those scriptures that directly say exactly what the sign that he was holding says, and then we'll go with the spirit. So go ahead and get that.
Khan, this is the book of Zechariah, chapter 14, verse 1. Behold, the day of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, cometh, and thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee. For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken.
Who are all the nations against Jerusalem? That's all the nations. Go ahead, though.
Khan, it says, and the house is rifled, and the woman ravished. And half of the city shall go forth into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city.
And that's going back to the ancient time, Babylonian captivity, but now it's going to happen again. And here's the proof of it. Go ahead.
Then shall the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai go forth and fight against those nations, as when he fought in the day of battle.
There you go. So the Lord's going to gather all these nations to fight against them. All right. And the Lord, that's going to be the day. People don't understand what the day of the Lord consists of, man. The day when the scriptures say, "Behold, the day of the Lord cometh," the day of the Lord is literally coming, and it's soon. And what is this going to consist of? The Lord's gathering all the nations. You're going to fight against them when he returns, and ultimately he's going to destroy them. All right. You got something?
Khan, Isaiah 13, verse 9. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger.
There you go. So again, the day of the Lord. This is describing the day of the Lord. So when people talk about the day of the Lord, what do you mean the day of the Lord? Well, the Bible tells you what it's gonna be. All right, the Lord gathering the nations, burning as an oven. All right, where you at? Malachi 4? Or where you at?
Isaiah 13.
Okay, you get Malachi 4. All right, go ahead though.
Khan, finishing off, it says, behold.
Start over. Yeah, start over.
Yep. Isaiah 13, verse 9. Behold, the day of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger.
Yeah, so the day of the Lord is what? Cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger. That doesn't sound like you want to make sure you're on the Lord's side when he returns. All right, let me get the blue letter real quick. Give you a full understanding of what you got coming for you, because we're hoping to be part of the ones that receive salvation. But if you're not part of those men, women, and children, this is what you got coming for you, right? The day of the Lord. It says cruel. Let's get that word first. It says akataza raya. It means cruel, terrible, cruel, fierce, savage, harsh. Okay. Let me go to the. Says a savage messenger. That's gonna be Yahushai. One who brings grievous tidings, such as a sentence of death. Woo. And that's cruel. Okay. Now let's go to the next word. Wrath. It says Ibara, outpouring, overflow, excess, fury, wrath, arrogance, overflow, excess, outburst, overflowing rage or fury, anger. Okay. Now let's get this last word, fierce. It says charawan. It says anger, heat, burning. Burning of anger, a burning of anger, sore displeasure, fierceness, fury, wrath. There you go. So to finish that off, and then that'd be perfect for that Malachi 4:1 next.
It say to lay the land, behold, Isaiah 13 and 9. Behold, the day of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it.
Yeah, so now you understand why it's going to land the land desolate, because he's going to bring that burning. And what? Via thermonuclear missiles, man, mainly here to America. All right? Because this is the place of great judgment. This is Babylon the Great. The book of Revelation 17, 18. Talk about that great whore, Babylon the Great, mystery Babylon. Because what? This is the place of the great judgment, you know? Go ahead.
You got it, huh?
That was it on that?
Yeah, that's it.
This is Malachi chapter 4. Malachi chapter 4 and verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yet and all that do wickedly shall be stubble.
There you go, man. So the day of the Lord, what is it going to be? It's going to burn. The day of the Lord is going to burn like an oven, man. So when the Lord returns, that day is going to be a hot day. 100% chance of hot weather, you know. Or they say, and it's going to be a rainy day, you know. 100% chance of rain and clouds. There's going to be raining missiles and the clouds of the chariots, you know. Like that little cartoon movie, Cloudy with a chance of meatballs. Yeah, it's going to be cloudy with a chance of missiles. Go ahead.
Continuing, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts.
And what's it going to burn them up? The Lord's, what it say in Isaiah 13, the Lord's wrath, man, his fierce anger. And we went into, what was it, anger? Yep. It said the burning, you know. Burning. Yep. And so there you go, man. That's the day of the Lord. Go ahead.
That it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
Yeah, because ultimately the Lord's going to destroy everything of this place, man. And when I say this place, of course, all of America, but I'm talking about the philosophies of this world, Esau, Edom's. That's why I say neither root nor branch, because you can cut a tree but still leave the roots, you know. It's liable to grow back. Now the Lord's going to destroy the tree, the branch, the roots, everything. Right. So there's no chance in hell it's going to come back again, you know. All the philosophies of this world, the wickedness, is going to be done away with. That was it on that?
Yeah, you keep reading them.
Go ahead.
This is verse 2. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings.
Yeah, and that's the flip side of the day of the Lord. The Lord gonna come with healing in his wings. He gonna come with death and destruction, his fierce anger, his wrath to the wicked, including 2/3 of our own people. And then he gonna come with healing in his wings, salvation, his mercy. Go ahead.
And ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall. Verse 3. And ye shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet. In the day that I shall do this.
Yeah, in the day that he shall do this, man, they're gonna be literal ashes under our feet, man. Go ahead.
God, saith the Lord of hosts.
That's right, man. Saith the Lord, man. Yahweh, all right, through his son, Yahweh Shai has promised these things, man. From the beginnings of the earth, man. These words were already, you know, before the earth was even made, this was already set. The script was already written before any of this was even written down. You know. Go ahead, though. You got it.
Zephaniah 1 verse 14. The great day of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai is near. It is near and hasteth greatly.
Yeah, it's near and it hasteth greatly, man. And it's coming, it's running. It's getting closer and closer, quicker and quicker, you know. And it's the great day of the Lord, man. Because that's gonna, everyone on this earth is gonna know that it's the day of the Lord when that time comes. Go ahead.
Even the voice of the day of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai, the mighty men shall cry there bitterly.
There you go. So even on that day, the toughest people on this planet, all right, they're gonna be what does it say about the mighty men? They're gonna cry there bitterly. Is that what it says?
Yeah, it says the mighty men shall cry there bitterly.
Yeah, the mighty men meaning what? The elites of Esau, man. And even the tough guys, man, that's the lower level mighty men. But the mighty men really meaning the elites of this society. The elites of Esau, Edom, the elites of Moab, the elites of the Hagarenes, you know, all of them. They're gonna cry bitterly because they're gonna see, because really they know that the Lord's gonna come back. That's why they're trying to escape it, the judgment. But when they see the Lord come back and they see when they actually see it, they're gonna be crying, man. Like, oh shit, it's here, you know. Like, damn, we didn't want it. You know, they were trying to do everything they could to upset prophecy. And now when the time comes, they're going to be crying, man. Because what? They know that their kingdom's over, man.
Right.
And they're going into slavery. Go ahead.
Verse 15, that day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung.
Yep. Hey, that's, I mean, that really needs no breakdown to it. That's pretty vivid. You know, that, you know, explained it. But one thing I want to point out, I said they shall walk like blind men. You ever seen somebody blind without his cane? He don't know what the hell's going on. You know, where he's at, what to do. That's how everybody's going to be in this time, except for who? The ones that are ordained to make it out of here, man. Beginning with the elect. Go ahead.
Last verse, Zephaniah 1:18. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath.
So it don't matter how rich you are, what you got. You can store up on all the gold you want. That ain't going to help you in the day of the Lord's wrath. All right? Go ahead.
But the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy. For he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land.
Yeah, a speedy riddance. The Lord's going to make a speedy riddance of America, man. What, in 1 hour? This is script Revelation say in 1 hour. You know, it's going to take 30 minutes for the missiles to get here. And then 30 minutes for this place to be burning up. You know, in that 30 minutes, that 1 hour is going to feel like eternity for you people, man. That's what the day of the Lord is about. And guess what? It's coming. Get Habakkuk real quick. Habakkuk 2.
You got it, probably.
Yeah, I got it. I'm here. Habakkuk 2. We want me to start from the top?
He's 33. That's your point.
Habakkuk 2 and 3. And it reads, for the vision is yet for an appointed time.
So this vision that we talking about is the end, the day of the Lord. Go ahead.
But at the end, it shall speak.
Now it's speaking because what? The Lord told us the beginning of the end, the beginning of sorrows. And what's the end of this? The day of the Lord. Go ahead.
And not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry.
That's right. And it's not tarry no more. It's hasting now.
That's right.
You know, there's prophecies are popping off every day. All right. Uproars of the people are stirring up everywhere. Protests. Now, hey, the protests have made it to America now, man. Just, you know, like the apostle did the video, man. Hey, Lord's will, that's an ongoing thing, man. Because it is beautiful, man. This place is finished. You know, you know, people have been saying, oh, yeah, they've been talking about that for years. Well, guess what? Now it's here. Now what? This is the beginning of sorrows. It's just going to get a lot worse.
Right.
A whole lot worse. This even right now, this is still easy for you people, man. It's still a cakewalk. It's going to be a time where you're going to be scared to leave your damn house. For fear of death. You know?
All right, precept.
Go ahead.
Revelations 9 verse 14, the point of 16. It says, saying to the sixth angel which had the trumpet, loose the 4 angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. And the 4 angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour, and a day, and a month, and a year, for to slay the third part of men.
Yeah, that's talking about that third part of men is Esau. All right. So that hour is prepared to take Esau down, man. You know, you hear this? The Lord made Esau correct the weapons just to take himself out. You got more on that?
Yeah, last verse 16. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them.
Yeah, so 200 million missiles, man. That's how much warheads is gonna be hitting, man. You know, missiles. You know, they ain't even gotta be ICBM or nukes. Ain't nobody gonna be holding back no missiles, man. You know, whatever things can fly through the air that blow shit up, everybody's gonna send them, man. Whether it be, you know, from border to border or flying intercontinental, whatever, all the missiles gonna be shot off. Every single missile. That's how bad it's gonna be in these last days, man. In the peak of World War III, man, when the Lord's returning. Because hell, they gonna try to fight the Lord too. So they gonna shoot missiles on the Lord, and that's gonna fail.
Yep.
But well, all these missiles are going to be flying through the air. You know?
Okay. Last precept, Acts 4. Isaiah 66, verse 15.
Okay, anything else?
Yes.
Okay. For behold, Isaiah 66, verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire
Yep.
and with his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger.
No, go ahead.
To render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire.
Yeah, that's right. So the Lord's going to come with fire, his chariots, which are his angels, and the chariots. Okay. And then with fire, which is going to be the nuclear missiles. Okay. The laser beams coming out of the chariots to rebuke it, or to rebuke these people with his, what did it say? Fire and anger.
Rebuke with flames of fire.
Mm-hmm. That's gonna be the Lord's rebuke right there. Fire.
Death.
It's gonna be a lot of fire, man, in multiple ways. Chariots, missiles, volcanoes, all kind of, and that's all gonna be from the Lord. Leviathan spitting fire out at you. Hey man, the Lord might be burning you up, man, with the fire bending, you know, like the Avatar. You know, so hey, that's gonna be the judgment of the Lord. Go ahead.
Verse 16, last verse, it says, "For by fire and by his sword will the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai plead with all flesh, and the slain of Yahweh Bashim Shai shall be many."
And that's the day of the Lord. The slain of the Lord shall be many. That's what we're looking for.
That's right.
Go ahead, Art.
Yeah, just a quick one, you know, to go into the spirit that the day of the Lord consists of. Let's hear from his mouth right here. Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. Think not that I come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword.
There you go. So on the day of the Lord, what's he coming back to do? Bring a sword. And how's he going to do that? With his fire, the chariots, all right? Pestilence, famine, all right? You getting run over by a tank. That's all what the Lord's bringing, man. But when the Lord physically returns, man, it's gonna be people dying from fear, all right, and a lot of laser beams flying through the air, man, and nukes on the way at the same time. So that's what the day of the Lord is coming, like that picture said. All right, this picture in the episode 1, season 1 of containment, it say, "Behold, the day of the Lord cometh." And we just explained it to you what the day of the Lord is about, you know.
Yeah, that's why it says in Amos, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord." You know, because it says in Scripture it's going to be a lollipop day skipping off in the rainbow. You know, it's not going to end well for the wicked, but only for those who get beaten up in the elect. You know?
That's right. Anything else? So with that, you know, Lord's word is edifying. To the hopeful elect out there, we want to give all praise, glory, and honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and much love to you, Akim, out there. Shalom.
Shalom.